What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Chill, where I, Graham G.S.M. Matthews, break down all the original content you watch on the WWE Network, on Peacock, and on USA Network, as today we're talking Season 2, Episode 18 of Miz and Mrs., entitled, this is very clever, Mizaniversary. I read that initially, and I'm like, oh, Mizaniversary, blah, 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 but then I'm thinking, oh, no, that's their last name. You know, Mizaniversary. I thought that was cool. They never once made mention of that on the show itself. That's what they should call it every year. Well, you know, their anniversary, Mizaniversary. They call their fucking house Manor Mar Miz or whatever, so I don't see why not. But this was another very entertaining episode, as always. So the episode opens with pure chaos per usual, with Miz and George finding Monroe's old rug in the pool, like an $800 rug. I guess Marjo wanted it, or she didn't want it, or whatever, so she threw it in the pool, or she threw it outside, and now it's in the pool, whatever. So Miz is not happy that she ruined a completely good rug. So Miz and Maurice agree to cut her off, because I guess they pay for everything that she does, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I'll just go buy another one, because you have the money for it. And he's like, that's not the point. Don't waste money, you know. So meanwhile, their anniversary, Miz and Maurice's anniversary, is coming up the week this was filmed, so pretty sure their anniversary is in February, which makes sense with the SmackDown footage they showed here on the show. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so this was filmed back in February of 2020. That's how far back we are with this show. Season 2 was a long time ago. It took place a long time ago, well before, or right before, the pandemic started. And they wouldn't be surprised that the season finale or whatever had to do with that, because we're quickly coming up on that here on the show. But anyway, so as far as the anniversary is concerned, Miz wants to keep it simple. Maurice, meanwhile, already got him something, and it's not something small. Monroe asks Miz and Maurice, what's wrong with my Uber Black? And Miz is like, why would you get an Uber Black? It's like triple the price of a regular Uber. Why would you do that? And he even says to her, listen, you don't know the value of $1. We're cutting you off. You know, you got to use your own money or get money or whatever. And George is standing right there. So he's like, oh, I'll give her a job in my, in my food truck. And Mrs. is like, really? No pun intended. And George goes, yeah, I'll give her a job at the food truck. Like, why not? I need the help. She's French. French people can cook. And Miz goes, well, Dad, she's Canadian. He's like, well, even better. So anyway, Miz gets back from being on the road, and usually Marjo's there to take out the trash, and she can't because she's at work with George, so Miz has to do it for her. Meanwhile, the big gift that Maurice had in mind for Miz was a billboard that said the world's greatest father. And Miz is speechless upon seeing it, but then he realizes, well, I fucked up, because we already agreed on a small anniversary, but she already bought him something, so he feels bad that he got her a very small, insignificant gift. That small, insignificant gift is none other than a plaque that says that she is now the proud owner of an acre on Mars. And I guess he bought it at a Groupon, too, which is hilarious. I mean, honestly, I think it's kind of cool. Not an anniversary-level gift, but, you know, we hear from that. We hear that from Ryan Cabrera later on in the episode, which I'll get to momentarily. But anyway, so I thought that was funny. Meanwhile, Miz and Maurice realize that it's a lot easier around the house with Marjo there in the morning taking care of the kids, and she's not there, so they have to kind of do it themselves. George calls Miz in that moment saying, listen, you got to get your ass over here now. Even despite the fact he's on speakerphone with the kids right there, Miz is like, listen, calm your language. What do you want? George says, I need you here right now. It's not working out with Marjo. So Miz and Maurice arrive. They have a very long line at the food truck. And Marjo, meanwhile, is talking to the customer, saying that, oh, you can have that for free. She is just a terrible worker. She doesn't quite get what George is going for here in owning his own food truck. You know what I mean? So they need someone to, Marjo leaves, so they need someone to wear the advertising hot dog. You know, take the sign that you see in commercials and shit, saying, oh, like the food truck is this way, that type of thing. Miz can't fit into it. George can't fit into it. They ask Maurice, and so she's dancing around with a hot dog, and that was a great visual. She's like pole dancing at one point, which was funny. So Miz, to make it up to Maurice for the lack of anniversary plans, is trying to get a reservation like the day or two before, and he can't get a reservation. So he enlists the help of Ryan Cabrera and Alexa Bliss, who makes a cameo here on the show, and he tells them about the Mars idea. And they're like, Ryan thought it was cool. He thought it was genius in his own words. And that's such a guy thing to say, so that doesn't surprise me. With Alexa's like, why would you do that? How can you even prove that that's real? You know what I mean? Like, what a waste. She doesn't say that, but I'm sure she's thinking it because she's really nice, so she wouldn't say that out loud, but her reaction was priceless. So he goes to show them the billboard that Maurice got for him, only to find out it's been vandalized. It now says, instead of world's greatest father, it now says, with, some scribble on it as well, world's greatest farter. And when I say scribble, it's like little fart, clouds coming out of Miz's ass on the billboard, which was great. So meanwhile, Miz and Maurice realize it's a lot easier to have Marjo around, so they agree or offer to pay her for watching the kids and doing errands and stuff like that. They also buy her a car, where the license plate says Marjiz. I guess Maurice doesn't get it. She must, but, she pretends that she doesn't understand why it's, that big of a deal that it says Marjiz on it, which was funny. So it's essentially back to square one because she was watching all the kids anyway. They were letting her use their money, but it wasn't like a formal agreement where like they were paying her to watch the kids. It was just kind of an understood agreement. So it's essentially back to square one, which is funny. Meanwhile, they go to Something Fishy for their day. That's the name of the place. It's like a hibachi restaurant. I guess Miz doesn't know what hibachi is because they go in and he's like, oh, why do I have to sit with other people? You know what I mean? So I thought that was funny. But while there, he sings a song for her, like the MC, MIZ, whole rap shit and whatever, which she appreciates. And he also gets her own billboard that says World's Most Awesome Wife on it. And it has a picture of not just herself and Miz, but also the kids, which is really cool. And it reminds Maurice of what they've built together as a family. So really good episode as always of Miz and Mrs. this week. You can check it out on, on demand, online, whatever. The new episodes air every week after Raw on USA, and they're always entertaining. I know 3 hours of Raw is a chore, and I never really watch Miz and Maurice or Miz and Mrs. live after, or as it airs on USA. But it does kind of cleanse the palate a little bit, so to speak, and kind of washing away the sour taste that Raw gives you upon watching it. So I always enjoy the show. This was another entertaining episode, Season 2, Episode 18, Mizaniversary, which I still think is a great title. We'll be back next week with another review here on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. Probably up on Tuesday, maybe. It's only up on Wednesday this week because yesterday we had a couple different videos go up. One, my interview with Isaiah Swerve Scott from NXT, which was a lot of fun. We had the Raw Talk review and a Star Wars Holiday Special review in celebration of May the 4th. So it might go up on Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure yet. But either way, it should be up. The episode review for Season 2, Episode 19 should be up at some point next week, whether it be Tuesday or Wednesday. So have a great one, guys. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. Have an awesome Wednesday, and I'll catch your ass down the road.